Like an energy check-in. I don't do readings usually like this in this type of way. So like I'm gonna look at, I wanted to do 4 categories, but I'm gonna do 5. So I'm gonna use this deck. Let me see. So what I was going to do was um, just general messages, messages from your ancestors, messages from your angels or your spiritual guides, and then love messages. But I also want to incorporate like healing messages for you. But I mean, healing messages can come through in any of these categories, really, to be honest. So this is just for the collective. At first, I was going to do it by zodiac, and I'm like, that's doing too much. I will be here for like probably like 3 or 4 hours doing that, and we're not doing that. And then I was like, okay, well, I could break it down in like the elements, like the 4 elements. I was like, nah, they're still doing too much. So hopefully you get what you need out of all of this. So we're going to look at the general messages. What does your ancestors want you to know? Your angels and guides, your celestial angels, divine team, and then love messages as well and healing messages. So is that fair? Is that good? So I'm just making sure everybody's doing good, because I know these energies are a little bit awkward and all over the place and could be very unpredictable sometimes, and that's just how the universe works. Hey Gabby, hey sis, how are you? But that's just how it is sometimes. But I'm not going to talk too much, I'm not going to ramble on. But everyone, okay, let's just tap in and see what divine spirit wants us to know. And some of these messages may stick out to you, some of them may not. So yeah, let's see. So I just pray for divine wisdom, accuracy and truth and clarity to come through for the sake of providing peace, wisdom, motivation, encouragement, confirmation, revelation, healing. I welcome in our divine team, our benevolent ancestors and guides, our celestial divine team, our divine source God. May I be a pure channel for what you want me to relay to the collective of those who need to hear these messages. May we all use our discernment. We cast down any vain imaginations, false guidances, false truths, false prophecies. Okay, amen and ashe. So I'm going to figure out how to shuffle all of these cards. I got way too many cards. Hey sis, how are you? I got way too many cards out. Way too many. Alright, so let's see. I need some light. Give me some light. Just give me the light. Okay. I look like a little botanical garden over here, but it's okay. As long as you guys can see the cards. Ancestors, our benevolent ancestors, come through. What do y'all want us to know? What is the message that we need to know at this time? Okay. I heard the name Johnson, so that could be someone's surname, their last name. Thank you. What's hidden? Spirit saying what's hidden is going to come to the light. It's a lot that you have questions about. I've seen the word hidden just twice, and then light. Safety, security, warmth, water. These are the words I'm hearing. Possible, whenever, whatever, anything is possible. I'm hearing. Some of you guys will know within 7 days or 7 days from now, something with that. I don't know what that is, but ancestors, what's up? Ooh, I'm hearing Toni Braxton's 7, what's it called? 7 Whole Nights or something. 7, I can't remember the name of that song, but she has a song. And then she said, 7 whole days, not a word from you. So some of you guys are waiting to hear back. It doesn't have to be like a person. It could be a job. It could be something, a letter, something. Okay. 7 of Wands. 7 whole days. Yeah. Not a word from you. 7 whole nights. And I'm just about through. Can't take it, won't take it. Had enough for you. I'd rather be on my own. On my own. Something like that. Okay. That CD was the shit. I don't know about y'all. My dad used to play that CD out. Like, cause my dad loves some Toni Braxton. And that album was like played all the time. Okay, so Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. Yep. Some of you guys are not clear on what it is that... So, yeah, some of you guys are not clear on something. Like, your ancestors are saying, like, you will. Within, I'm telling you, like, for some of you, literally, within 7 days, you're going to have the clarity. And for some of you guys have a 7-day candle that's burning right now. Once that is complete, this is specific. So maybe not 7 days for some of you. If you have a 7-day burner candle, let's say like I got my Taurus solar return candle and I'm just burning this for the whole entire season until it's over. And so if you guys are Tauruses, I send y'all all the good vibes of this. But like 7-day candles, like you usually see like Mother Mary on them, or you might see a saint like Archangel Michael, you might see Jesus on them. Or if you guys like, you know, go to the Botanicas and you see like the Yemoya candles, the Oshun candles, the Oguns and all of that, you know, or the road openers. Some of you guys might be burning a candle with a specific intention, and I feel like you're going to get clarity right after that. Yeah, right after that. There's clarity. So yeah, for you, Gabby, like if your client is like something specific with that, it could be whatever is completed. And then sometimes 7 is known as the number of completion. So even within this year, Spirit is saying like some things are going to come to light for you. Things that you've been asking. You can't really gauge whether or not you're seeing what you're seeing, or you don't have all the answers. It could be you're getting prophecy in parts. It's like maybe you feel like you're not at peace, you're not at rest with something. You could be receiving like prophecies. I was not supposed to do this part first. I wanted to do the general card reading and then the ancestors and then the angels and whatever, but we're gonna do it however we're led to. The rainbow bridge, because if you know, it's like this temple, it has like this rainbowish like color. I'm getting the rainbow bridge, so that's like the bridge between the physical room and the spirit room. That's usually where like you can communicate with your ancestors on the other side. Yeah, there's this, ooh, some of you guys, I'm hearing initiations, like spiritual initiations, graduation spiritually though. I'm also hearing spiritual court, like going to the master, going to the head, like going to... There's something brave about this. Like some of you guys, it's like Spirit saying you're being too passive about certain things. Like you need to be more direct with us. You need to be more straight up. Like what is it that you're seeking? What is it that you need? It's because it's kind of like this waiting rather than like being bold about your request. That's what I'm hearing. Bold about your requests, your petitions. Some of you guys are soul searching like about your lineage, or like who am I? What is my gifts? What is my purpose? And I feel like when you like go into that space, that realm of really truly seeking and knocking down that divine door, I feel like there's this revelation of like how deep your lineage is, and like all of this. It's like it's gonna open the gates like to what you are and who you are. You're gonna discover a lot. Some of you guys don't utilize your ancestral assistance enough, or your angels enough, like with things that you need, things that you're carrying, things that you're worried about, like... And I'm not getting like malicious requests like, oh, I want you to get this person back, I want you to hurt this person, I want you to... No, not that type of stuff. Like, you know, whether it's protection, whether it's guidance, whether it's helping someone else out, like you kind of... I'm just getting like you don't utilize them enough, or you don't utilize them at all for some of you. Because not everybody's into the whole ancestral thing, you know what I mean, or ancestral work. So, or angels even. This Queen of Cups, you don't have to be a woman. You could be a man as well and resonate with this, where, again, I'm getting this energy of passivity. And you're very intuitive. You're very sensitive to energies, very sensitive to information. Like, you have a level of depth to where you can sense and feel things. Like, some people might have a little sense of like, okay, that was strange, that was different. But for you, it's like you might be able to decode things in certain ways, but there's something that's puzzling, like you're not getting the whole picture. And I feel like spirit has shown you something, because I keep looking at this. I forgot what you call these, but they have them like in churches. I forgot what type of glass it is. Stained glass, I can't remember what it's called, but like you'll see them like usually in Catholic temples and stuff like that. But this cup in the back is like windows for me. I say this often. Windows for me represent the prophetic, like something future tense. Like when you see a window in a dream, or you see a window in a vision or something, that's usually a symbol. Like whatever you're seeing outside of that window is a sneak peek into the future, something foreseeable. Or a window to the soul. Like spirit could be revealing things going on within your heart, especially with that cup. It's like a depiction of a cup on that window. So some of you guys, this isn't the matters of the heart. Like spirit is revealing things to you. What is the general message? Because this is the message from your ancestors, what they want you to know. Like they want you to also confront your fears as well. The Justice card. Justice card, I'm going to say, I feel like this is that energy of the spiritual court. You have to petition or make your request known to spirit. The Queen of Pentacles. If you have a question about is something going to work out, mainly around like a job opportunity. Am I going to be chosen for this job? I'm waiting on this. Maybe you're waiting for an approval of something like financial, like let's say an apartment or a house or a car, something with financial investment, and you're waiting to hear back from it, or a finalization. I'm getting, it's a yes, like it's a positive energy that's coming from this. This might be not for everybody, like maybe one person. You're wondering if your mother is going to see the truth about something, and I'm getting a yes. But you're asking whether you're going to see the truth of something. I don't know if you're worried about it not going in your favor, but the Six of Wands, victory. Victory. Spirit saying you need more confidence in this thing. Whatever this is for you, it's going to be different for everybody, because we're not all the same. We're not all in the same boat. But whatever this is for you, generally speaking, whatever your situation is, Spirit saying you need to have a little more confidence when it comes to a particular situation, or just in yourself in general. Okay? Your time will come. I'm also hearing as well, your time will come. So you might feel like you're getting some type of injustice. Some of you guys may feel like you're being overlooked in a particular job or career path, or some type of investment. You kind of feel, is anything going to come of it? And I'm getting a yes. The thing about the Queen of Pentacles, or any Pentacles really, is it's a little more time involved, a little more patience involved. It's not going to be something that comes instantaneously. But once it comes, it's going to come in right at the time that you need it. Some of you guys may be around Libra season specifically. If you're a Leo, Capricorn, or Sagittarius cusp person, could be a Taurus, Virgo as well. But yeah. I do see, like, if you're wondering or worried about like support, or someone, like, could be you feel kind of thrown out there. For some of you, don't feel protected. Your spiritual team says that you are divinely protected beyond what you can see, but you also have someone in the physical, like in your physical reality, that's very protective over you. I feel someone that would fight for you, or people that would stand up for you. Like, you might not know it, you might not see it. It could be, behind your back, you have someone that is backing you up, that does speak highly of you, that is very overprotective of you. You may not know that, but that's what I'm getting for whoever needed to know that. I don't know. All right, let's see what your angels want you to know. Got to put these because I got too many cards on this table and they don't all fit. So your angels, your guardian angels, your benevolent angels, the archangels, Holy Spirit, ask for permission to, Page of Ariel, which is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you guys, this is about like your work, your career. Yeah, it's like you're a student, you're learning something here. And I'm getting like Beauty and the Beast. Like, you know how she had an affinity for like books, like she loved to read books, Belle. And Beast, in his castle, he had like this big ass library, like endless amount of books in there. And it kind of looks like that. You can, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like a glare. Hold on. It's like books all in this room. And kind of getting this energy, like it's an endless amount of information that awaits you. And I feel like you're uncovering a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And it could just be on your own accord, like things that you're looking up and studying, or just things that you're tapping into. Like, you have the ability to tap into the Akashic records maybe without ease. Maybe you don't even know you're doing it. You have the ability to read others like a book as well. Like, you're able to tap in, especially if they give you the consent, or these are people that came to you. Maybe they don't know why they met you. You don't know why you met them. But I feel like you're able to read certain people like a book. So the card says an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Okay. Let's see, what else, angels? Holy divine angels, thank you. Four of Ariel, Four of Pentacles energy. Yeah, it says when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So, like, in order to receive, you do have to also give. And when I say that, I mean, it could be literal, like give as you're divinely guided to give. But I'm also getting like giving away, like giving your cares or your worries, like to spirit, to your divine team. You have the High Priestess, and then you have New Beginnings, which is the Judgment card. And then you have, the Knight of Gabriel, which is the Knight of Wands. Gabriel is known as the messenger of God. So your message from your angels directly is like, they're telling you it's time to take action. Especially if you have a great passion for something, like your energy is drawn to a thing or something, whatever it is, instinctively knowing what to do. Like, you will know. Spirit is saying, like, right now, you do need to clear your space up. You're getting the downloads and the information and guidance, but it's kind of like right now it may not make sense to you. The High Priestess card, remember I was saying something about initiation. I do feel like your spiritual self, like you're leveling up in some type of way. The more you grow, the more will be revealed to you. The more you release, the more is given unto you. So you have to be able to handle the things that you have now. So the High Priestess is saying powerful psychic insights, which you're getting. And it says reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So some of this may come in its own divine time, or spirit is saying like you got to go in deeper. You might be a little like you're not giving yourself enough time to really sit with you in spirit, or it may come in a matter of days. Like, it's not going to come all at once, spirit is saying for some of you. Be at peace either way, okay? The New Beginnings card, which is the Judgment card in this deck with Archangel Jeremiel, it says starting a new life, finding your purpose. Forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So like you're being called to something new or a path. So whatever is being revealed to you, it's gonna be different between whoever's watching. But one of the things that did stand out to me is the finding your purpose aspect of it. And I was saying, remember, that your ancestors saying coming to them, you're seeking guidance about where you know, what your gifts are, what is your purpose, who are you, where do you come from, like all of these things. You have all of these questions, and they're going to be revealed to you. So you're being taken to a new space, new land, but Spirit's like, you got to deal with what was in the past. Like, there may be things that you're being called to review. That, if you guys haven't watched my last live I did, where I said I did y'all wrong, because I initially did a live video where I was getting channel messages, but I was doing my makeup during then, and I'm like, some people are not going to sit through this, and they're probably going to miss out on the message, but those who seen it, whoever was meant to see it, they got it. But hey sis, hey Dara. So whoever wasn't around for it, I just went back and did another live, and it was more lengthier, but the same information came through, and the message still stands that there's something about this energy that we are being called to a reset, review, being called to rejuvenate. We're being called to reassess things. All of those re's were coming out. So as it says, a forgiving and compassionate review of your past, because the new beginnings card, which is judgment comes before the world, which is the end, the completion, the triumph. So yeah, Spirit is saying like there's things that you're reviewing at this time. So meditating, sitting with yourself, you know, taking in the guidance that you're getting. Yeah. And it's like things that you're being called to release and to give to Spirit, whether it's give your cares, your worries, your fears, your doubts, or things that you've been harboring, holding on to, heavy in your heart. Release it. Give it back to Spirit. All right, so I'm going to do the healing message, and then we're going to do the love message at the end. So let's see, what is your healing message? Or just like, where are you at with your spiritual healing and progression? I'm going to use this it's a twin flame oracle deck, but I don't always use it, obviously, for love, because I feel like these messages go beyond like romantic energy. And I see that word surrender at the bottom, so I'm going to stop shuffling. The word surrender also came out to dark night of the soul. So some of you guys, you could be going through a dark night of the soul, divine feminine energy with the queen. Number 8 might be relevant to you guys as well. I'm getting this busy energy to where if you're a divine feminine, or you're tapping into your divine feminine energy for the sake of like your intuition or your you know, your abilities, tapping into your divine abilities, or your like your intuitive giftings, or you're trying to like discern what you're feeling, there might be a lot going on. I'm getting like Alice in Wonderland energy, like a rabbit hole, or just interesting, like you're trying to decode, like Spirit might be speaking to you in a way that you feel is a bit advanced for you. Like, okay, well, what do you want me to do with this symbolism, or what does this mean? Like, you might be able to usually understand what Spirit is revealing and showing you or saying to you, or the symbols and things like that. But there's a little bit of a hang up. And I notice you have that 8-8 sequence twice with these two cards. And it says one with self, blossoming. So yeah, you don't even see potentially like that you may feel like you're out of whack, out of alignment, out of balance, but actually what's happening is you're coming into yourself. So it's kind of this thing where we get challenged, like you go through a mental challenge, but it's actually like developing you and prepping you for the next, let's say the next level of your education, or the next grade that you're going to come into. So it may seem like this is a lot, this is too much, I don't think I can handle it, I don't think I could do it. It's just spreading your capacity. So if that makes sense, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. For women, I do see like a lot of yoni healing, a lot of yoni balancing happening, a lot of sacred sexual healing I'm seeing as well. But it feels like this is like a one-on-one experience, like just with you and your, like you, between you and yourself, like you're physical self and your spiritual self. Some of you guys may feel more guided to open up more, or may feel more confident in yourself in some area. But I do see this energy of release, like you're cleansing and you're releasing. And it could literally be like in the yoni space. If you are a man, I feel like your heart chakra is expanding, as well as your throat chakra and as well as your third eye. Like you're trusting yourself more. You're trusting your intuition more. Yep. So you have Voyager journey with 2-2. So 2s could be relevant, and it says past life healing. So you are also healing a lot of past experiences. It doesn't have to literally be like past incarnate or reincarnations and whatever. It's more so your past in this life. Remember, the Judgment card came out, so reassessment of past experiences. And then you're being like, you're having these memory recalls, things popping up, things being triggered. This is for you to deal with it, release it, and let it go. That's a part of the healing process. So that's what I'm seeing with the healing energy. Okay, so for probably y'all part that y'all wanting to know and been waiting on, we're going to see what's going on with love. Put this deck back. This is the Twin Flame Ascensions Take Me Home Oracle deck. I like this deck beyond like romantic readings. It really is good for that. Okay, so for the love, what is the messages for the collective of those who are meant to receive this message? Okay, let's see. Holy Spirit, thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine wisdom and guidance as always. Okay. The snake. Thank you. Thank you, sis. And let's see. You're welcome, Gabby. You're welcome. The snake, competition. Why can't I talk? Somebody might have an accent. That was weird. The competition, an enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. Grounding, stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance. Phoenix, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, change mind, rise from the ashes. Okay, I see, Spirit, I see. Girl with the snake, charmed or used, enable or boundaries. For some of you guys I feel like it might be more, but the first thing that is coming to me is like, this is trust. So some of you, this is trust. Now, it might get a little bit deeper than that, because I do feel like Spirit is trying to expose something, though. But one of the biggest things is that sometimes we can deceive ourselves due to fear. So the look over the shoulder part stood out to me more than anything. Like, some of you guys, you don't trust. With the girl with the snake, you feel like you're being charmed, or you're easily deceived sometimes. Or maybe this is something you're healing, or you've healed past. With the boundaries, you're being guided to set healthy boundaries. But this is a thing where Spirit is showing you your growth, your level of growth, where you've come from. Because I'm getting with this card, the Phoenix, the new phase and rekindle, it's making me think of the Judgment card again. Like, it's giving me that same vibe of, this is a time for you to look back at how far you've come as far as your healing. There might be certain things that are coming up to the surface that you need to heal. There is like this dock with this like lighthouse. I'm getting like this beach energy, something coming up. So like, if you were to think of all of your deepest, darkest fears, or the things that you stuffed down in your emotions, think of the ocean as like all of that, like that holding space of your emotions, and something washing up on the shore. This is something that you're being guided to deal with, right? So that could be the energy for some of you, right? And Spirit wants you to work on renewing of the mind. Now, this isn't going to apply to everybody, but some of you guys do need to do some type of cleansing with your hair. This woman's hair is standing out to me. So it's like maybe washing your head, doing a head wash or something to, like, you know, spiritually or just energetically setting the intention to clear your mind of these faulty thoughts. Okay? That's one thing. Let me, before I pull any tarot, I'm going to clarify the snake again. I'm going to clarify the girl with the snake because I feel like there's something in that. And I feel like the girl with the snake, because some people have a fear of snakes. So that could represent you facing your biggest fear. And this is a big ass snake. I think that, I don't know what that is. I think it might be a bow. What do you call it? I don't know what you call these snakes. You did it yesterday. Yeah, good for you, sis. Let's see. The snake and the girl with the snake. Thank you. Yeah, you're learning to ascend past this because you're preparing yourself for a divine union. Boa constrictor. Thank you, sis. It's a boa constrictor. Learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, a new phase. Yeah, some of you guys got to get past whatever your fear is, because the snake can represent an illusion, a deception, a fear that you have to break free of, because some of you guys are being prepared for union. If you're single, you're being prepared for your person to come in and come find you and you find them. If you're already in a situation or connection, this is rekindling and bringing in a new phase. Your person could have cheated on you or did something very inappropriate, maybe not cheating, but may have had an ex in the mix. Ooh, yeah. 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 So, Spirit, you're funny. You're so funny, Spirit. Haha. We're all laughing. So, in that live that I deleted, I said something like, I have like all this air in my chart, and then I also have like some water, and I have this Pisces placement where it's like, no, let's be in the rain. Let's fly in an air balloon. Let's go. Let's be high up. Let's do it. And then that Taurus side of me, that triple Taurus, that side of me is like, I'll get in the air balloon, but I need buckles. I need belts. I need something to protect me. I need a safety seat. Like, bitch, I need security before I get in this air balloon. So it's coming. That's fear, right? That's a fear. You can't do that. You can't do that. I've never heard of, I don't know if that's the case, but I highly doubt that there's seat belts in an air balloon. I highly doubt that. But in order to ascend, you have to get over this fear here. And another thing could be is like competition in the other woman or other man, maybe, like, you know, who else is competing, or Spirit doesn't even want you to worry about that, because what's for you is for you. And for some of you, your partner did do something shady or put you in a position of, you know, an unwanted position with someone else involved in the situation. This person could be, you know, deceived by this, or maybe you felt you were charmed or deceived in love in the past, and you want to make sure that you're not, you know, ungrounded or ahead of yourself. But Spirit is like, we're sending here, we're sending past all these fears. Let's deal with it. Let's nip it in the bud. So with the partying card clarifying a girl with a snake, some of you guys may be a little bit hesitant to get to know people or like get out there. And this could spill over, not just in love, but spill over with friendships too. It says time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. Spirit is like, get out of your own way. For some of you, you're in your own way. And then for others of you, this could be very specific. Like someone could have hooked up or met with someone at a party, or met someone from a party, and it could have, you know, brought in some unwanted issues in a relationship. But that's not for everybody. I feel like that's a small handful full of you. So at the bottom of the deck, you have love, unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, selflessness. This is the type of love energy that you're attracting. You see how this girl, she's holding a sparkler in her hand, or whatever those little things is, like that they do on 4th of July, those little sticks. But it looks like a magic wand to me. Doesn't it? Kind of looks like a magic wand. So you have the power to manifest this beautiful, loving relationship that's meant for you. But it comes from a place of self-love and wholeness. And it's not to say that you're going to be happy all the time or like everything about yourself all the time, and you're not going to have your days, but enough to where you hold space for yourself and you hold compassion for yourself. Yep, healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier in love and life. So eating better could be literally a thing that you're called to, and you may not know why, because it's a reflection of like your body, your temple. It's a sacred space. So, you know, certain things that you're called to eat is a reflection of how you care for how you care for yourself. But even deeper than that, I do feel like with the healthy choices, this can represent you making better decisions and choices in love, and that will reflect how far you've come. Again, Spirit is wanting you to remind yourself of how far you've come. You may have made decisions in the past without using your discernment. You might have just jumped on things without really feeling through the energies, or you've knowingly ignored red flags, or you said, well, maybe I'm not good enough, this is why I deserve it, so I'm just going to stay with the situation. Or you don't do that anymore, and you're like, nah, like that shows how much you care about yourself now, more so than maybe you ever have or did in the past. You're more happier. You know, the more you make better decisions for yourself, the more peace of mind you're going to have. Funny thing is, the Two of Cups. I didn't need to shuffle too much further, I guess. Dang. Spirit, you the man, you the woman, you all of that, you the ish. Because I'll tell you what, these three were like fell on their face like this, so I'm gonna put these to the side and then we'll share those later. But Spirit was showing me tarot cards in my mind's eye when I was giving you like that channel message I was getting, and these two specific cards were like one of the main ones. I was getting like Ten of Swords energy, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. Mind you, the Nine of Swords came out in the Ancestor tarot cards. And then you got the Nine of Wands, and we talked about the Nine of Wands where it's calling you to face your fear. You're being tested in your face. Like, yeah, you've been battered and bruised in different areas of your life. Maybe even mentally, because, you know, that man, the man in the Knight of Wands, he has that bandage over his head. So you've been knocked around a little bit, and mentally maybe you're a little traumatized by things. You know, your mind is not always sound when it comes to like trusting things. So you might question yourself at times. So who doesn't? We're human. But maybe to a degree where you're paralyzed by fear and you won't take action, or you won't persist, or just trust Spirit. And there's a level of, again, you have to have that courage to confront your biggest fear and say, you know what, I've been here time and time again, but you know what, I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna trust this. I'm not all the way sure. I'm a little afraid to do it. That takes courage. The Ten of Swords is in reverse. So yeah, this is the end of fear. This is the end of those negative thoughts that come up, those memories that we allow to trigger us or to paralyze us from moving forward, or to just kind of get in this pessimistic mindset. The Five of Swords. Yeah, you've been hurt before. I mean, who hasn't? But it could be to a degree that you're very traumatized by it. Like, this to me is like trauma. For sure. Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. That's a lot of pain there. A lot of distrust. Okay. Temperance card being here as well is like over time, like you've been working through your healing process. You've been, like, Spirit has been very compassionate. Your spiritual team is very compassionate with you and of you. And I even want to say too, like, the person that's meant for you is not a harsh person. It's not to say like your person is just going to put up with mess and drama and all of that, but your person's very compassionate and very patient. Like, the person that's for you, I feel like they're going to meet you in the middle. It's never going to be, well, one person's handing out a cup and the other person's hiding the cup behind their back. It's going to be two people giving to each other equally. The Three of Cups. Your friends could be very key to your relationship in a positive way. If not meeting through friends or meeting through social settings, it could be dating sites, social media, like something with that, or you being present and enjoying your life. You and your person do share a lot of common, like, there's a friendship that comes along with this, a home-like feeling, because the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups are both Cancer energy cards. So there's a feeling of home and security and safety and stability. Your person could be someone that's very family oriented, a very protective or nurturing type of person. You both could operate in this way. There's a safety and security that you will have even with your wounding. You might still have a little bit of self-doubts or insecurities here and there, or that pop up, but I feel like there's this reassurance, like, this person's not out to hurt me. They're not out to get me. And there's a purpose to this connection. There's a sense of a knowing, a sense of knowing that there's a purpose to this connection. And there's that peace that comes with it. I feel like this connection is of peace. You feel peace around each other. So let's see what these three cards is that flipped face down. So you got the Star, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, which is that emotional fulfillment, divine alignment. But it can also be a marriage, a home. This is a family that I feel finally has their home or bought their first home. So this is somebody, again, that will feel houses and homes, for me, represent the heart, could represent the soul, could represent family. And I was talking about the Ten of Wands yesterday too. I was getting that channeling, like this person was so blinded by all of the wands that they've carried on their journey, their ups and their downs, their victories, their fails, that they can't see how close they are to their destination. So this Ten of Cups is the representation of that. Your heart has to be receptive. You have to be open to that very thing that you desire and that you want. Because Four of Cups is kind of like someone that could overlook the blessing that Divine Spirit is giving them, because they're looking at what's not there, what hasn't worked out, or kind of limiting themselves. And there's a lot of Cancer energy coming through. So Cancer is dealing with the heart, the home, stability, or the lack thereof of stability. Spirit is blessing someone here with a stable family life. Not just like a household. Venus is in Cancer. Oh, okay. It's still in that placement. I wasn't sure because, some of you guys, like, it literally is like a happy home, happy household, family, but like your bloodline, like clearing out the dysfunctions, the instabilities in your bloodline, in your lineage, through your marriage, through your union. When I say marriage, it may not be like an earthly marriage. It could be like your own unique thing that you and this person have together. I'm noticing the duality of like these two cups and vases, the Star, the Two of Cups, and the Temperance, this merging together. But you got to release something in order to bring in something. You know how she's pouring out what's in the past and she's pouring what's in front of her. And it's also this reflecting. She's reflecting through the water. She's looking at herself. She's seeing herself. But I'm also getting a balance as well, like her pouring in the water and in the earth. It's a balance. Some of you guys may have already did some type of work with water. And I did mention earlier something about a head wash, and it could be a spiritual bath. Could be you working with water or lakes. Setting intention in your water. Something about purification. You're going to be inspired to do something that I feel like a spiritual act or a ritual that is connected to renewal of faith, renewal in hope, renewal in your being. Clearing of the mind is like a really big thing that I keep getting. Because if you look at this Temperance card, it's like this halo of light around the Temperance. And they're pouring that energy. Because there's something positive on the horizon with that sun in the back. Like your acts are not for naught. And I feel like the energies This is talking about divine timing and alignment. Like everything is not by mistake. Everything is by divine order, by divine design. There's a house in the back of the Two of Cups, even. So home, like your person, you guys are going to be drawn and attracted to each other on a spiritual and emotional level in a very powerful way. Like your attraction, your physical attraction to each other is there. But I feel like what really connects the two of you and what's undeniable is the fact that you're drawn to each other on an emotional, spiritual level. What does that mean? Like emotionally, there's peace. Spiritually, there's peace. It's like a puzzle piece. You don't have to really force anything. You don't have to orchestrate things. It just happens in its own divine order. That's the peace behind it. Not saying that it's always going to be this energy of where you don't have your ups and downs or your challenges, or where you won't be annoyed, because we're all human. But there's this unity behind this energy and this partnership. The attraction is on an emotional, spiritual level. There's also like this, I'm having a hard time explaining what I'm feeling. Like, I have to put it into words and it may not make sense. This connection causes you to have to listen to your hearts. And what I mean by that is, like, in spite of like your fears and your insecurities, it's like something, almost like something takes over your spirit and calls you to, it's like it calls you into like this energy of alignment, like where you do things that you probably wouldn't normally do because you would fear doing it. You fear rejection, you fear getting your heart broken, you fear looking stupid or whatever it is, but it's not coming from a overly, what's the right word, like aggressive energy. It's not an aggressive energy. It's not a pushy, forceful energy. It's like I jumped off of this cliff with my eyes closed and I don't know how or why I did it, but I just did it. It's kind of like that. It's like a lot of, I'm hearing the word faith. Like it's really faith is the key in all of this. This connection helps you to heal. And what connection doesn't? I mean, every relationship is meant to bring about wisdom and healing and growth, even if it's painful experiences that we grow through sometimes. But there's this something about this connection, like intertwined. There's really no separation. Like this sounds really crazy probably for somebody, or like corny, but it's not as woo-woo and fairy tale-ish as it sounds. And mind you, this connection is not and was not something that happened quickly. Kind of getting like it had to move in its own pace. Like you don't get to pick and choose how fast or how slow this thing goes because it's under divine order. Does that make sense? Some connections are free for all. Some connections are just freak fest. You do what you want, whatever. But this is a divine connection, so it's a little more, it's stewarded by a higher source. Does that make sense? You've planted a lot of seeds as well, Spirit is saying, and I'm not just speaking on love, but like just in general, you've planted a lot of seeds. You've watered, by you nurturing yourself and watering you being that plant, that garden, other things around your life, like beautiful things are starting to take roots. They're starting to sprout. They're starting to blossom. And you're going to see this. If you really pay attention, like the whole entire, like from the ancestor reading to the angel reading to the healing message, general, all of it, the love, like it all relates. It's all hands, it goes hand in hand. Your vision of what you see in a marriage or see in a love relationship or happiness, what that is for you, like that exists. So it's real. The Ten of Cups, because it's Pisces energy in the Ten of Cups. So that vision, that dream, that's real. You break free from your limitations the more and more like you pour into you and your well-being and reflecting upon, like looking at yourself and being honest with yourself and doing the works and being present. Like when you're in that state, you break off of those limitations because you'll start to see yourself clearly, if that makes sense. The limitations come from trauma, comes from those experiences that have hurt you. They're not an extension of like your true self. So yeah, spirit is like wanting you to be receptive. Like your heart could be a little bit closed off. And I'm getting like some of you guys are, your heart is in a caterpillar stage. It's not fully in that butterfly stage yet. And that's okay. That's a process that you're in. That's a natural process. So you might be in a cocoon. You might not feel safe to give your heart and love right now. You may not be fully ready to allow someone in. Maybe you and your partner, if you are in a relationship, you could be working through trusting again with your partner, vice versa. Maybe your partner is. Like there's this cocoon energy. So caterpillar, or you could be in your cocoon state. Some of you, just depends what resonates with you. You're gradually taking your time, and spirit understands that. Spirit holds space and compassion for you. Some of you guys are already in the cocoon space, and when you're in your cocoon state, you're having to eat away at parts of yourself because you're making room in your cocoon. So you're making space and you're making room. You're eliminating what isn't helpful to your growth or helpful to the expansion of your heart, or allowing your heart to open and be available. So right now you may not be in the space to date. Some of you guys may have that question, but it's a matter of where you're at within yourself, because what spirit is offering to you is something divine. So this could be the cup that you have to give to someone else. If you don't have that, because this person's arms are crossed, you want this Two of Cups, you want this Ten of Cups, you want this Three of Cups energy, but you have to be willing to give as well. You can't just expect to receive the love of your life or receive that love that you desire, but your heart's not in the space to give of that, and maybe even really not even available to receive that love. So until you uncross your arms and you're ready to fully say, okay, spirit, I'm going to take this cup, I'll take it. It's not time yet, okay? And that's okay. Everything is in moderation, patience. And if this isn't you, very well could be your person. Even if you don't know who your person is yet, like this could be where they're at. And even with that, like it's not to say that you're waiting on them, but more so like you still have things in front of you too. So always be present and live. You're not holding your breath or waiting, because time waits for no man or no woman. So I'm sure there's things that you're called to right now that your focus could be placed upon right now. And if you're worried about something passing you by, like, okay, well, I have all of this to do, I have all this work, and this person's not going to wait, or what if love never finds me? That's not ever the case, because spirit is actually doing you a favor by making sure you and or your person are in a space to receive and to give truly. We can want something, desire it truly within our hearts, and it could be a true, beautiful, divine desire, but if we're not in the space to receive it, You know, it's one thing to want it, but you have to be in the space of openness to receive it. It's not saying that you have to be perfect, but your energy has to be available and open and receptive to receive it. Because we can repel things. You know, you want a healthy partnership and relationship, but if you have that energy of, you know, you're selfish, you're not willing to give, you want everybody to like bend to your needs and your will when you want it where you want it, but you're not willing to do the same. Spirit's not going to bless you with a partner that's giving and that's compassionate and attentive if you're not willing to be that as well. You know what I'm saying? You want someone that is faithful to you and loves you, honors your relationship, is committed to you, but you have trust issues and you're worried about who they're talking to and who is that, who is this, who was that. Like you're not ready, right? So it's all about where we're at with ourselves. Like, are we really truly ready? And I feel like don't look at this as a thing of you're doing something wrong. You're in the midst of a process of coming out of certain things. You're renewing yourself, you're changing your mind, you're healing your heart, you're making better decisions for yourself, you're grounding your energy, you're facing your fears. Like you're in the midst of doing your works. You've been doing it. You're expanding, you're learning, you're transcending. Part of it also too is just being in the present moment and being happy, finding your happiness, finding contentment and joy and gratitude in everything in your life, whether you feel like it's small, it's big, whatever, because that makes a grand deal of a difference. So I hope that makes sense. Long story short. All right, y'all. I need to get myself together. I need to call my dad back and see what he doing, where he at. And I will talk to you guys soon. Happy early Mother's Day for you guys that are mothers, single mothers, in a relationship mothers, married, or stepmothers, whatever. I appreciate y'all. Aw, thank you, sis. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Be safe. Thank you. Thank you, Gabby. Thank y'all. Thank you, Dara. Thank you, Gabby. Everybody on here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.